So what's up, everybody? This is the movie guru. I am Awesome Nobody, and Resident Evil is a game that has a special place in pretty much everybody's heart. They grew up playing it, and we've got some great news after the original Resident Evil remake for GameCube, and then the Resident Evil 2 remake for Xbox, Resident Evil 3 remake, and now we're getting Resident Evil 4 remake. So it's about 50 days away. I believe it's coming out March 23rd. And so we've been getting a lot of exclusive gameplay footage and exclusive chapters. And so I figured, since I just started replaying Resident Evil 4, the original from 2005, I felt I would get online and go on the Game Informer website and review some of the clips they got and see some of the differences. If you want to check out my game video from Resident Evil 4, just click on my videos, click on the live tab, and you'll see my 1 hour playthrough of the original Resident Evil 4. So let's get into the Resident Evil 4 clip and see what's going on.
In light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Game Informer. And today, we're going to be taking a look at some of this exclusive gameplay footage that we have.
So first off the back, I just want to say that the graphics, I mean, this is extremely 4K. I'm guessing this is the PlayStation 5 gameplay. Let me see. I'm not sure if they actually said it in the titles. But man, this is crisp. And this looks like a chapter 5 gameplay. Like I said, I just went through and played chapter 1. And so it looks like they're on chapter 5. So it looks like he already linked up with the president's daughter.
Church gameplay.
And they're at the church.
Ashley gameplay. And some of the cabin fight. As well as, just overall fighting Ganado and
the good old Ganados.
So we've got about 12 minutes of footage here to show you today. And I'm joined by Marcus Stewart. How are you, Marcus?
I'm feeling... As I mentioned in the cover story I wrote, I had a lot of fun playing it.
Absolutely. So yeah, we are, this footage starts out and we are, simply escaping from the church. This is, how many hours into the game would you say this is, Marcus?
It's hard to say, because we don't know how long the other chapters are. It's got to be at least probably like 3-ish hours, I would guess.
And I'll point out, this part right here. This is something I've been seeing a lot of comments about online, about just the overall weather in the game. It looks like they changed it from just like a dark and stormy night to an actual stormy night with heavy rain. I'm trying to think. I haven't gotten to some of the later chapters in the original. I'm trying to think if they did have rain, but from what I remember, it was just, that dark, hazy, eerie feeling that was also done in Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. I do believe there was some areas that had, that you could tell it had rain, but not the torrential downpour
gameplay,
that you see.
By the way, if people are wondering, this is a B-roll that Capcom provided, so this is someone on the team playing, not us.
Yes, we did play through this section, everything that you see today. An important disclaimer, Capcom did help out with accommodations for travel. That means like
man, she didn't even jump, she kind of slid. But like, listen, Ashley, I need you to jump, not fall, if I'm going to catch you. So first off the back, it looks like he got some sort of different weapons. When I started, I just had the pistol. And also it looks like they changed the telecom system. It was more of a Metal Gear Solid, 2-screen, but looks like it's kind of in-game screen, like a picture-in-picture type of deal. Yes, we see that.
The Hunnigan conversations are in-game now, which is nice.
Man, look at that map.
You can kind of move around while it's happening.
Yeah, I shot the map there, going to the
Let me go back for a second. So, I'm trying to see maybe where he started at. And where if you're familiar with the original 2005, he got dropped off, and he did have a police escort. The Granados ambushed the car and sort of burnt one of the police officers at the stake. So I was kind of seeing if they showed the original village, and which I think might be over here on the left hand side. And then of course you go through different areas that sort of connects you to different places. So it looks like the quarry, which a lot of people will remember. Looks like the church. Now the church, I believe, is where you kind of walk up through that graveyard. But this could be the church and the castle. So let's see, the fish farm. Okay, town hall.
Yeah.
Village Square. So I'm guessing over here on the left is sort of where you came in, right? So meaning this, if you can see on this left hand side, this is like sort of where the car dropped you off. This is where you come in. Yeah, this is where you sort of run around in the first scene. In this, I'm guessing this little square in the village square is where they burnt the first police chief. You can see there's some items over here, and it looks like you sort of run around a little bit when they kind of chase you when you first get into the game, where the people with the chainsaws come at you. And I'm guessing these stairs, this is the clock tower, and then from the clock tower you go into they go into the church. The Granados go into the church, but I'm guessing that's where this underground passage is, and then you sort of go to the farm.
You can kind of move around.
Yeah, yep. So, and then if you remember, the farm is sort of where you introduced to the blue medallions, and this is kind of where I'm at in my replay. And then from you sort of shoot the blue medallions, you kill a couple Granados, and then it looks like you go to the villa, which is the next stage. And that looks like where they're at.
The map there, going to the helicopter extraction point where nothing will go wrong, I'm sure.
The boxes look different because if you remember in the original 2005, the boxes were like these, extremely highlighted, baskets almost that you could sort of break with a knife. Here it looks like the houses for the Granados is more so like a jewel, like a trunk box that you have to open instead of slash or shoot.
So yeah, in the beginning you saw Leon and Ashley sort of just talking about like, hey, we need to get out of here. Fun fact, without spoiling, there's a little extra area in that upper deck that you can find if you don't want to just beeline it straight for that ladder. So keep an eye out up there. I found it on my playthrough. So yeah, we are making our way through here. Leon.
To me, the gameplay seems a little slow. I remember playing, and it's not that it was fast paced, but I feel like you could, run around a little bit more. It seems to be very more calculated, a lot more stealth. That's definitely something that wasn't in the first one. Cold-blooded, Leon, just cold-blooded. The Granados look HD.
I tried to get through it stealthily the first couple times.
Ooh. Leon with the... Oh, man, they grabbed her? Whoa. Okay, different type of menu. More of a Resident Evil style. Whoa, that shotgun has some power. Yeah, this is going to be a bloodbath. Same type of inventory system. Great inventory system, by the way.
So you're going to notice there's going to be a few jumps.
I replayed the first Resident Evil and, had to relearn the controls again. Horrible inventory system, not a lot of slots. Of course, the remake for GameCube, they gave you couple more slots. Resident Evil 2, as you know, and the Resident Evil 3 remake, a lot more slots.
A taste of one of the side quests, which is sort of a spin on the cemetery puzzle. As you can see, you can still shoot birds' nests.
Birds' nests and the blue medallions.
Precious eggs, or I guess
hey, listen,
chicken.
Eggs are expensive right now, so Leon better stack up.
That works. You know how it is. But in the original game, you killed snakes and got chicken eggs, which was always.
I'm about to say, okay.
Man,
it never fails that anytime you see the vendor, you're always like, man, who is that? It's usually right after an intense scene. You run around with your pistol out, and listen, every time you see him, you're like, who is this guy? Or you're pointing your gun at him, get ready to shoot him. Okay, so I mean, I was never not a fan of the inventory system because you definitely needed that, the in-game upgrades. But I just always thought it was so random that he was just there, and nobody was bothering him. I'd rather it be. I mean, I guess I don't know how they would have put it in the game, but maybe just certain buildings that were weapon caches that you could sort of search through and see what they got to say.
You're going to be needing because they have limited
Man, look,
durability,
Leon is packing.
and you're going to be using it quite a bit for the new parry mechanic, which I enjoy. And you can see there's another side quest right there. You're going to want to keep an eye out in the environment for those blue flyers. Oh, so there's the wild doll quest.
So that's interesting. Side
That we
quests.
saw so
Absolutely.
It's kind of like The Witcher.
And
They
you
kind of
will see
added
the
like The Witcher
solution,
with the posts.
in this footage, but you will see sort of what's on the other end of this side quest for you.
Man, just look at the detail. I mean, you can see the smoke rising from the floor. I mean, it's giving it a very ominous feel. I mean, each board seems to be expanded greatly. And really immense buildings that you're going into looking for things. I mean, is it me or is it very dark? Let me try to turn up the brightness, but it looks very, very dark.
Dog is hard to find. We are going to show the dog, but the way to find the dog will be, I guess, a little bit.
Man, that's a
And
hurricane.
also important to note.
Holy smoke,
we
that's
turned
not like
left
just
when we
some
left
rain.
that
That's a
door.
real
There's
hurricane.
another path behind us if we were to turn right out of that door that goes
Wow.
into an underground tunnel.
So Leon always kicked, but now it looks like he did a full spin kick. I mean, this is so dark. I can't even. It must have the brightness down. Man, I mean, playing Resident Evil at night was always a thing. Okay, so he's back in the original town now. Man, front kick, side kick, spin kicks.
Legit Knight. That lady thought she could take a pitchfork to Leon. Didn't work out for her. And this is
I was gonna just comment on the rain. I know that there's a lot of talk about
A lot of talk.
Rain Gate.
Rain Gate. I do agree. I think it can be tuned down a little bit. It does feel like intentionally, like it is intentionally obfuscating the environment, and kind of adds to that tension. Like you can't see what you're
So this is
shooting.
the
I
first
do
house
agree,
you go
though,
into
it's a bit much.
when you first start the game.
And you know, it'd be great, Marcus, if there's like a rain slider. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I just want a nice little downpour. As we see, I love the lighting in this game. Like it just the bloom on the flashlight and just how dark everything is. Like it just makes
And so before, when you go into the first house in the village, it was kind of bare. There was no texture, no wallpaper. It seems to be a lot of wallpaper here. You definitely weren't going in the attic. The Granados kind of cornered him in the house, and he had to sort of escape through the roof. And that's what it seems like. And there were breakable boxes, and it seems like they're just bypassing some of the breakable boxes. I guess they're just trying to highlight certain things. But man, I mean, this is like a full-on hurricane. Whoa, what is that? Whoa. Okay, that was something different. I mean that kind of plays and connects it more to, I would say, Resident Evil's Village with the whole. If you haven't played Village yet, there was a whole aspect of different creatures, and the wolves were one of them. Very Van Helsing-ish feeling.
But yeah, that
They
dog
also
fight is
wouldn't-
pretty hard.
They also wouldn't definitively answer if it was the same dog in this game as in the old game. In terms of the one that's dead at the beginning of the game, they're like, maybe it's not the same dog. And it's
Headshot,
like, okay.
roundhouse,
So you see Bloom down.
Luma
up there,
Dance. So this is the
so,
farm.
Takes it out.
Yeah.
So you see it's 1 of 5. So I asked Capcom about that because in the original game it's kind of like 15 in the same area, and they said that that side quest reappears in different parts of the map. So you're going to be shooting. It sounds like you're going to be shooting medallions outside of just like the village area, and they just sort of like divided them into like batches of 5.
You're not gonna scare us.
Man, so looking really good so far. I mean, the detail, the texture, you know, the HD, a little OD on the rain.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Very good questions.
But I mean, it looks like a movie.
Hi, now. It's game time.
And due to the cuts,
Seamless transition from CGI scenes to gameplay. Here we go. Some of those breakable boxes. Man, but this is very Resident Evil 6-ish, where they sort of got you trapped. I mean, I guess it kind of started in Resident Evil 4, looking back at it, but now it looks like a whole new aspect to it. Yeah, barricade those windows. Okay. The rifle scope. Uh-oh, he forgot one. Boom, headshot. Boom, headshot. Whoa, they're all over the place. Oh, was that parry he was talking about? Oh, this is intense. Wow. Yeah, use that shotgun. Whoop. Bam. Bam. Yeah, use your bombs. Oh man, somebody was oh here that's a bull man.
More so here. And
So usually it was a chainsaw man. Looks like this they went full on bull man. Seems a little bit like Silent Hill with Pyramid Head. You know, that was always a feel it kind of gave you, the running around with a chainsaw. But now this bull man, wow.
he's got a single horn there, it looks like, as Leon just gets pummeled.
And yeah, that's the end of action gameplay we've got to show off. This is a look at putting gems inside of treasures to increase their value. Of course, if you different combinations of gems net you different bonuses.
Right, so that was dope. Resident Evil 4, that was a Game Informer video with a little bit of commentary. Let's see if I can find some other videos here. This is 23 minutes. Gameplay. No commentary. Here's a comparison. I mean, you can see, I mean, the difference is uncanny. But they stuck to the script. Just elaborate on the textures, details, and the granados. I mean, Leon is a different guy. But Resident Evil 4 really set the franchise apart. I'll tell you one thing, the house looks a lot more sturdier in this than it did in the remake. I mean, that house looks like, besides that door, you can't get her a jacket. Guess he wasn't as aggressive in the original 4, but in the remake, I mean, he's pretty hands-on, looks like.
There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Hey, I see you found getting some senorita.
Senorita has her name is Ashley.
See, exactly. They got her a jacket. Like, I feel like her having that little, you know, tank top, sweater tank top, it was a little bit underdressed. Like, let's get her at least some tactical gear, you know, going on. Like, at least, you know, Leon, give her your jacket. All right, well, I've seen that part already. Okay, I like it. Let's just see. So this is just a trailer.
You're here looking for someone?
So they do have a chainsaw,
Some
guys.
missing señorita?
Ashley, where are you? Your soul requires cleansing. Ashley Graham, are you in here?
Just let me go.
Listen. I'm hearing the president's orders and
What is that? What do we do?
the last lambs
We
are
fight.
escaped. We need to go. I'm gonna get you home safe.
You can stop right there.
Ada.
Ada, who are you? What are you doing here?
My faithful disciple will show her the path.
Oh man, that was an epic fight.
The entire world shall overflow with his grace.
What's happening to me?
Now, abandon your body.
Leave the girl. She's lost no matter what.
Now that he has chosen death.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Very nice. March 24th. So it looks like they're sticking to the storyline, just upgrading the graphics. I feel like they're doing some merges. I can't remember if, you know, it seemed like the same guy from Code Veronica was in there. I can't remember the family's name, but pretty much the family that created the virus. You know, looks like there was two creators. And that sort of tied in with Resident Evil 6 or Resident Evil Village. And then it went to like kind of that same family, you know, was running the lab in Resident Evil and then went to Veronica. So it looks like they're going to do a lot more tie-ins. I'm sure they're going to do a lot more remakes. But I just wanted to watch the trailer to see how it came out with some of the commentary. And it looks like a really good game. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. So thanks for checking out the video. Please remember to give a like, follow. And if you're interested in watching the videos that I did for the original Resident Evil 4 playthrough, just click on my live tab. So that's it for the Movie Guru. I am your host, Awesome Nobody. Take care.